Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about two very specific Louis Vuitton items, the mini pochette and the Pochette Accessoires. And the reason why I'm dedicating this video to these items is because in my most recent video, I talked about the Louis Vuitton price increases that went into effect on October 1. So in that video, I talked about old prices versus new prices, and I also broke down the calculations to show percentage increases. And in many cases, the increase amounts were quite substantial, and specifically for these two, they were pretty massive. So I wanted to talk about whether or not these two were still worth purchasing if you can even manage to get your hands on them. They're almost always sold out online and very rarely available in the boutiques. So let's assume you can get your hands on them. Would you buy them at these prices? So if you missed my last video, I'll link it up above in case you want to go back and check that out. I did list quite a few of the new prices across all of the most popular categories. Okay. So just to recap, this mini pochette here went up by 21%. So this went from $445 to $540. And just to give you a frame of reference with the sirens blaring in the background, my apologies. Last year, so the same time last year, this was $365. Okay. When I purchased this back in 2019, I got it for $310. So you can see the very, very fast progression of the prices in just the last couple of years. So this one here, if you think about from last year to today, just 1 year, it went up by a total of $175, and that represents a 48% increase. Yes, that is from year to year. That's pretty substantial, right, for this little cutie here. So this is the one in Damier Ebene. It comes with the chain. I'm sure you're all familiar with this. Mine is made in France. Most of them are, but we'll see if that changes in the future. I've got it stuffed with my kind of bits and bobs at the moment. The Damier Ebene one comes with the beautiful pop of red. It's a fabric lining. It's not a water-resistant wipeable lining like the toiletries, so something to note. But it is a really great catch-all, and of course a very popular item. So I'm going to come back to this one, but let's talk about the Pochette Accessoires. This one, even more whopping increase. I mean, my gosh, my eyes bugged out. So this went from $790 to $1,050. Yes, it has now crossed the $1,000 threshold, so I know psychologically that has a different impact on many of us. So again, from $790 to $1,050, and that is a 33% increase from January. So that's not the only increase that it saw this year. If you want to look at year to year, the exact same time last year in 2020, this thing was $630. Yes, so that means in 1 year it went up by $420. And that is a 67% increase in just 1 year. To give you a little bit more history, I purchased this in 2020, so early in the 2020s, so like the first half of the year before one of the increases hit, and I got it for $540 from the boutique. So again, just like the mini pochette, the increases have been fast and furious. I'll give you a quick look at this. This gold chain does not come with the Pochette Accessoires. I think many of us know this already, but I love it with this. I got this from MBoutique Bag. It's the oval gold chain. Mine is the 43-inch. I do have a promo code down below in my description box if you are interested in shopping. I love this. I also have a wide cotton strap and a wide nylon strap that I sometimes interchange, and those are from Dress Up Your Purse. Again, I have promo codes down below. I think this is a very versatile piece because you can swap out the chains. I also like to play around with this, and I can shorten this up and make it more playful and a little bit more formal as well if I make this shorter. But let me show you. So this is the monogram. It also comes in the Damier Ebene, the Damier Azur. The Damier Ebene has since been discontinued. I don't know why they broke up the trifecta, but they did. So here's what it looks like on the inside. Again, similar to the mini pochette, it has the fabric lining. It is not wipeable. It is not water resistant. It is fabric lining. There is this one pocket on the side here, which is actually really nice to have. The older models on the pre-loved market may not have this. This is the newer model, so I do like this. It separates some of my items from the rest of the compartments here. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Very simple, very fuss-free, super low maintenance. This one also, mine is made in France, and because there's only a tiny bit of vachetta here with the monogram, you don't have to worry about really maintaining the leather. So I have gushed about this one in particular for a long time, and I have made many videos about this and how versatile it is and how I can take it anywhere, everywhere, on any kind of weather day, snow, rain, sleet. I can take it to water parks, amusement parks. I can dress it up, I can dress it down. However, it's now $1,050, and like I said, I got this for $540. So that means that it is almost nearly doubled in price since I purchased this last year, early last year. So let's talk about whether or not we feel that these are worth it. Now, I just want to caveat. So I'm obviously going to express my opinions, but I always say this in other videos too. When it comes to worth and when it comes to value, it is all subjective. These are all materialistic, frivolous things that frankly no one ever really needs, ever. So if you think it's worth it because you love Louis Vuitton, you love their monogram or their damier bin, or you love their history and their heritage, or you love their quality, or you just love the brand, it speaks to you, whatever your own emotional, illogical, irrational reasons, more power to you. If you think that it's worth it, great, because I thought these were worth it when I bought them. And again, there were pretty irrational reasons, but they were my reasons, and I love these pieces. I would not trade them for anything else. I use them very, very, very often. This is probably one of my most used bags. So for me, it was worth it at those prices. Would I buy this here, the mini pochette, again? At the current price of $540, it's hard to say because if I had just learned about the mini pochette today, let's say I saw my friends or I saw it on social media and I was like, oh, that thing is so cute, and I discovered that it was $540, I would probably think, wow, that's a lot of money for a small little pouch. But then I would probably also think, well, there must be a really good reason why so many people rave about it and it is so popular. And relative to all of the other Louis Vuitton pieces and their current prices, this seems, I know, kind of crazy, but it seems pretty cheap relative to the other pieces that are available, right? Because they all go up together. So it's all relative. Knowing where the prices were and how fast they have accelerated and increased just in the last year or two, I don't know that I would be able to swallow that pill. But if you're really into this and you're looking to buy one, I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you still think it's worth it to buy it brand new from the boutique or online for $540? If so, please share why do you love it so much that you would pay $540? And if not, if you're deciding to walk away, then I'd also love to know your thoughts. Like, why? What makes it worth it at, let's say, $445, but not worth it at $540? I know we all have our different financial thresholds, and we have our own budgets and our comfort zones, so it's all going to be very personal. There's no right or wrong to this. Would I buy this again? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I would be on the fence. I would definitely be on the fence. I probably wouldn't go hunting for it, but somehow if it turned up and it was available to me, then I might think, you know, maybe it's meant to be. Again, these are all irrational decisions. It is a really handy pouch. You can get any pouch like this. If you're not dead set on Louis Vuitton, you're not going to get the brand or the canvas or the exact same design. But I will say there is a really nice alternative that is so much more affordable from Dress Up Your Purse, which I just mentioned about a few minutes ago. They have nearly the exact same size mini pochette in different Napa leathers. Gorgeous. I actually did a giveaway recently with one of those. And they also have this very beautiful kind of like iridescent lambskin that they created it with, and it's called the Dream Collection. So check out Dress Up Your Purse if you're interested. You can use my promo code down below in my description box. But if you're not dead set on this specific item, then there are plenty of affordable alternatives. You could also literally use a Ziploc bag to hold your bits and bobs, right? So like I said, none of this really is important. Now this one here is quite difficult because I always say this is one of my most used and one of the most versatile, probably the most versatile pieces in my collection. But if you think about it, this is a very simple and also simply made piece, okay? It's not elaborate. It doesn't take a whole ton of complicated craftsmanship. It is very classic Louis Vuitton with the monogram and the canvas. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, if you're an LV fan, then there's nothing really to speak about. Then it's probably something that you're drawn to. But just if you take a step back and look at this objectively, it's a very simple kind of rectangle pouch. I'm sure many other brands, non-designer brands, have something like this, very simple construction with just the open compartment with the zipper, right? I do love that the canvas is nearly indestructible and I can wear this anywhere, like I said, any season. But does that make this worth over $1,000? And then you add on taxes, it's well over $1,000. I don't know. I think for me, this might come as a shock to some of you, but I think for me, because I have my Pochette Matisse in the monogram, and I have a couple other Louis Vuitton bags that I really enjoy, the Speedy BB and the Lambskin. I have the Speedy Bandolier 35 in the damier bin for travel. I think that's it. I don't have a whole lot of bags. I have a couple more SLGs. I think that I would probably be fine without this. I don't know that I could actually picture myself getting this rung up at the register for $1,050 plus tax. Plus I have many other bags that are simple and minimalist and fuss-free and durable. So I don't know, like if I compare this to my Coach Rambler 16, which I have featured on this channel a few times. I know that bag is discontinued, but it's really simple, beautiful. It's glove tanned leather. And that was like, I don't know, a tenth of the price of the current price, or maybe not a tenth, but that was, yeah, that was in the low hundreds and this is in the thousands. So, I mean, do the math. So I don't know. I don't think I would hunt down this one either. And you do have to hunt because these are really hard to find brand new. Now, if you're willing to go pre-loved or vintage, that's a whole different story. Hopefully you're able to get something on the pre-loved market before the pre-loved prices reflect the retail prices, because that's usually what happens, right? The retail prices go up and then the pre-loved market follows. I mean, it's just business. So hopefully you're able to find one in excellent condition that's clean and has been well taken care of for a decent price, hopefully for much less than retail. So yeah, I don't know that I answered the whole is it worth it question flat out, because it's kind of hard when you already own something. I would be really interested to know, for those of you who already own one of these, would you buy it again at the current price? Like if you lost it, for example. Okay, I'm really curious. Me personally, if I lost this, I wouldn't buy it again, this one. Even though that's hard because I use this a lot, I wouldn't buy it again, because it would be hard for me to be like, wait a minute, I paid $540 for this back in 2020, and just a little over a year later, I'm paying almost double that. Like, what am I, an idiot? I mean, that just doesn't go well with my kind of pragmatic side. It doesn't seem sensible. And then the same with the mini pochette. If I lost it or it got damaged, I think I would just make do with something else. I don't know that I would buy it again, although this is such a cutie and really handy, but it's, neither of these are really necessary. There is also, just switching gears for a minute, there are so many other brands, both designer and non-designer, that make really nice quality bags and SLGs for a fraction of the price. So if you're feeling kind of disappointed or dismayed by Louis Vuitton's prices, and maybe those prices are now out of your reach, I say explore. There's so many beautiful brands out there. And depending on whether or not they're online and maybe they don't have brick and mortar stores, so they don't have a lot of overhead costs, they can pass on those savings to the consumer. And so you might be able to find something really lovely, really well made for really, really affordable, reasonable prices. So if you're a handbag lover, then you're a handbag lover. It doesn't have to be like a brand specific kind of thing, right? So definitely wanted to make this video. Curious what your thoughts are. Please leave them down below in the comment section. It's really interesting for me to hear what your thoughts are. I also put up a poll on my community page about how you all are feeling about the recent Louis Vuitton price increases, and the results are pretty eye-opening. So if you are interested, go ahead over to my community page and just look at the percentage breakdowns of the poll answers. I was going to make a dedicated video on that, but it would have been like a 1-minute video. So just go head over and check it out. If you're interested in this type of content, then I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, join our community, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.